So what we're going to do here is just symbolically light the light bulbs. So, and then we'll go inside and we will then do the Hanukkah candle lighting blessing inside with a flame and the candles the way it really should be done. I mean, this is fine too if you have nothing else, but we got the menorah inside as well. My name is Reb Tuvia. I'm the rabbi here at Temple Bethel, and we're so glad that you all made it out here and hope you're having a good time. What a great way to celebrate Hanukkah, the first night. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Come on, all the kids. I need help. I need support. Ooh, can I have some? No, you can drink it. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to light the, what's it called again? Helper of the candles. Oh, the shamash. So let's hear the, ya da 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 da. Nice. Ya da da. What do you say we get this show on the road? Yeah. Al hanisim ve'al ha'perken ve'al ha'gburot ve'al ha'tshuvot ve'al melachamot she'asita lavotenu bayamim ha'em bazman hazeh. Al hanisim ve'al ha'perken ve'al ha'gburot ve'al ha'tshuvot ve'al ha'melchamot she'asita lavotenu bayamim ha'em bazman hazeh. Al hanisim ve'al ha'perken ve'al ha'gburot ve'al ha'tshuvot ve'al ha'melchamot she'asita lavotenu bayamim ha'em bezman hazeh. Hey, let's do that in English. Are you ready? It's a little tricky, but we can do it. We give thanks for the miracles, for the redemption, for the mighty acts and for the victories in battles that you waged for our ancestors in those days at this time. And we give thanks for the miracles, for the redemption, for the mighty acts and for the victories in battles that you waged for our ancestors in those days at this time. Al hanisim ve'al ha'perken ve'al ha'gburot ve'al ha'tshuvot ve'al ha'melchamot she'asita lavotenu bayamim ha'em bazman hazeh. Oh yeah. Keep it going, Max. That's what I'm talking about. One more time. Al hanisim ve'al ha'perken ve'al ha'gburot ve'al ha'tshuvot ve'al ha'melchamot she'asita lavotenu bayamim ha'em bazman hazeh. All right. Wonderful. Wow, what a great way to start the Hanukkah season. So great to see so many people here. Temple Bethel, it's just a great place to come and celebrate Judaism, right? In Bradenton, in the Sarasota area. We're so glad you're here to visit with us and to celebrate this incredible holiday season. So I want you to know something. If you are on our mailing list, you're going to get this every single morning now for the next 8 days. If you check your email, it's already there. It came out this morning because I wanted folks who maybe don't come, who aren't here tonight can still do this. It's a little bit of a meditation. So it's called 8 Nights, 8 Jewish Values, Reflections for Hanukkah on the Jewish Obligation to Build a Better World. I found this on a wonderful Jewish website. I added a few other, I tweaked it a little bit, and it's just a great exercise. You'll get it every morning at about 8 a.m., so set your alarm for about 7:50, and then that night, when it's time to light the second candle, third candle, you'll have a meditation. I'll give you an example. For tonight, and this will be our meditation for tonight when we light this first candle. So the meditation, this is exactly what it'll look like in your email. So this says first candle, and the theme is Tikkun Olam. And it just went blank. Tikkun Olam has become a catchphrase for social justice in contemporary Jewish life, and for good reason. Our emphasis on repairing the world speaks to something centrally Jewish, our belief in human responsibility. Jewish worship isn't just about contemplation or petition, it's about action. We don't just sit around believing in God or asking God for things and having faith that it will work all out for the best. We are empowered and expected to act. As we light this first candle tonight at sundown, contemplate on an area in your life that needs repair and take action. Because we are a people of both the word, the study, the worship, and action. So let that be our meditation tonight as a group. Find an area in your life where you got to get involved, take some action. And that's your meditation for tonight's candle. Don't forget, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., there'll be a new one in your inbox if we have your email. And if we don't, just give it to us tonight and we'll make sure to add it. And you'll get it first thing tomorrow morning for candle number 2. And it'll be an entirely different meditation. It's just something to add to the, so you're not just lighting a candle and then, eating a hot dog. You're lighting a candle and you're doing something special with that. Okay. So, are we ready to light the candles? I'm going to ask Nancy to come up. This is Bradenton Nancy, this is my wife. And she's going to come up, and any of the children that want to join, come on up front. Any children that want to join us, come up front, but face this way. Don't stand in front of the candles. Make sure you stand behind the candles. Come on up, all the kids. We need all the kids just to kind of gather here. Are we ready for miracles? Heck yeah. Wait, try. I put it in. I put it in too much, but try, because it's... All right. All right. Boy, that helper candle's really helping tonight. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, everybody ready? Yes. Blessings are up on the screen together. Wait, no, because that'll mess up. No, turn it back on. Baruch atah Adonai. Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של חנוכה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשה ניסים לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. All right. Good job, Yeshua. Good job, children. Happy Hanukkah. All right. Good job.
celebrated as the festival of lights. Hasidim and the Maccabees did not let go. We took the temple back in a courageous fight.
Here we go. Chanukah, Chanukah, Chanukah's here. Light the candles one by one. Oh yeah. Hanukah, Hanukah, Hanukkah's here. Spin the dreidel, have some fun.
A little oil burning for 8 days and nights. A miracle from God has just been done. Menorah at the window, burning candlelight as we celebrate the rededication.
Hanukah, Hanukah, Hanukkah's here. Light the candles one by one. Hanukah, Hanukkah's here. Spin the dreidel, have some fun.
We fry the latkes in the pan at home.
Who loves latkes? Oh yeah.
We spin the dreidel and watch it land on Hay, Shem, Gimel, or none. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah comes once a year.
Go backward strong.
Candles burning brightly in the menorah, eating latkes, sharing gifts and singing songs.
Everyone.
Hanukkah,
Hanukah, Hanukkah's here. Light the candles one by one. Hanukah, Hanukah, Hanukkah's here. Spin the dreidel, have some fun.
we fry the latkes in the pan at home.
Who loves latkes?
I do. We spin the dreidel and watch it land on Hay, Shin, Gimel, or none. Happy ever after with each Hanukkah. We celebrate the festival of lights. Candles burning brightly in the menorah as the celebration goes 8 days and nights.
Everyone.
Chanukah,
Oh yeah. Hanukkah's here. Light the candles one by one. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Hanukkah's here. Light the dreidel, have some fun. Keep it going. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Hanukkah's here. Light the candles one by one. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Hanukkah's here. Spin the dreidel, have some fun.
it's Hanukkah, it's Hanukkah tonight.
Now let me ask you guys a question. That is not like some world famous Hanukkah song. I know it sounds like one, but it should be. It was written by Albert. Does anybody have any connections? Because we need to get that out there. All right? And if you do have connections, I am Albert's agent.
Yeah,
He doesn't know that yet, but he just found out.
yeah, very good.
10%, and how much are you getting? All right. What's that? So this next song that we want to do, and we're going to mix it up tonight. We're going to do songs. We're going to do teaching. We're going to watch a video or two. We have a little trivia. Lots of cool stuff. So just sit back and enjoy, and let's celebrate this holiday, this festival of lights. Right. So this next one is called Hanarot Hallelu. It's very simple. It's the message is these candle lights we kindle. That's it. These candle lights. Shh. These candle lights we kindle. So it's a very sweet song. Hanerot, Hanerot, Hanerot Hallelu. Hanerot, Hanerot, Hanerot Hallelu. Anu Madlakin, Anu Madlakin. Hanerot Hallelu, Anu Madlakin. You guys got it now? Pretty simple, right? Hanerot, Hanerot, Hanerud halalu. Hanerud, Hanerud, Hanerud halalu. Anu madlakin, Anu madlakin, Anu halalu, Anu madlakin, Anu madlakin, Anu madlakin. All right. So this next one, and thank you for clapping. But you don't have, we're just all celebrating. So, it's kind of weird to hear clapping in a sanctuary. so, what? Yeah. So yeah, thank you for the appreciation. But you can show more appreciation by just singing with us, smiling. You want to get up and dance? That's okay too. Why not? It's the festival of lights. This is a great period of redemption. So let's have a reading here. Let's all read this together. Ready? So this is called a Hanukkah light meditation. Together. What is the miracle of Hanukkah? Against all odds, we are here. Against all common sense, we have lit these candles. We see these flames before us now, a miracle. We stand in community here, a miracle. We see these flames leaping through space and time, joining us to history, to our people. This is the holiday of miracles. So let's keep that in mind tonight as we continue celebrating this wonderful, wonderful time of year. Well, I think everyone knows this one. Oh, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Oh yeah, you guys sound great. They tell you a story of heroes and we need more dancers. Come on, we need dancers. Maccabee came to set his people free. He was fearless, courageous, bold. Judah Maccabee came to set his people free. He was fearless, courageous, and bold. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, we're dancing and singing. Let's have a party where we are bringing. Gather around the table and you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, and they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, and they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Let's do it again. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance a hora. See the little candles, 8 in a row. Watch them burning brightly, cheerfully they glow. They tell you a story of heroes and days. Oh, here we go, ready? Judah Maccabee came to set his people free. He was fearless, courageous, and bold. Judah Maccabee came to set his people free. He was fearless, courageous, and bold. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, we're dancing and singing. Let's have a party where we are bringing. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Girls to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. Everybody! One for each night, and they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, and they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh yeah. We had some dancers, man. That was awesome. I did. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Thank you, our Creator, for bringing us to this time, this season. All right. So when you light the when you light the Hanukkah candles tomorrow, you don't say the Shechianu, but you say the first two that we just did. All right. Guess what we have here? We have a trivia question. Here's the first trivia question of the night. We normally give away brand new cars every Shabbat, but not tonight. During which Hebrew month? Now, don't shout out the answer yet. I want everyone to think for a minute, because some people might have to think, so don't shout out the answer yet. During which Hebrew month is Hanukkah celebrated? Now, we're looking for the Hebrew month, so don't tell me December. Think. All right, if you think you know it, on the count of 3, we're all going to shout it out, so that even if you didn't know it, we think you got the right answer. You got it? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. No, I only heard, you guys had no clue over here. You were counting on them the whole time.
That's why Shabbat school works.
So that's why you see how Shabbat school works. Ma'otzer Yeshuati L'chana El Shabeach Tikon Bet Tefilati V'sham Toda Nesabeach Le'et Tachin Matzbeach Mitzar Hamnabeach Azegmor Beshir Mizmor Chanukah HaMizbeach Azegmor Beshir Mizmor Chanukah HaMizbeach. Rock of Ages, let our song praise your saving power. Thou amidst the raging foes, you were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but thine arm availed us, and thy word broke their sword when our own strength failed us. Thy word broke their sword when our own strength failed us. Children of the wanderers, whether free or fettered, wake the echoes of the song, where ye may be Gevetter. Yours the message cheering that the time is nearing, which will see all men free and tyrants disappearing, which will see all men free, tyrants disappearing. Ma'otzer Yeshua Ti. Such a beautiful, beautiful song, and so filled with the Hanukkah concept, the Hanukkah theme. All right, are you ready? Oh yeah. Top 10 things overheard in your home. We took a survey. I don't know if you realize we did it secretly. How you would take a survey secretly, I'm not sure. But we did it anyways. You didn't even know about it. So here we go. The top 10 things overheard in your home. Number 10. This is what's overheard in your homes. We did a survey. Come on over this Friday night for Shabbat dinner before services at TBE. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, right? Yeah. So if you're not doing that already, think about it. Have a Shabbat dinner. Start it early because our services are at 7. So have an early dinner. Anybody familiar with early bird dinners? Right? A few of us, right? Michelle? Okay. So instead of going to Denny's, have it at home and like have it at like 4 o'clock, 4:30, invite some friends, have a Shabbat dinner, and then come on over for Friday night service. What an amazing thing. All right, that's the number 10. Let's see what the number 9 of the top 10 things overheard in your home. It's time I become more involved with my Jewish family at Temple Bethel. Yeah, I've heard that many times in your homes. Sure. All right, number 8. I love all those Jewish websites that make it so easy to learn, like urj.org, aish.com, chabad.org, myjewishlearning.com, torahcafe.com, and many, many more. So there's no excuse. If you want to learn a little bit of Yiddishkeit, a little bit of Judaism, and you say, I don't know an aleph from a bet, that's okay. All right, what's number 7? Ready for number 7? Wow! TBE's Friday night Kabbalat Shabbat service offers me a Judaism I never knew existed. If you don't know what I'm talking about, anybody come on Friday nights can attest to that fact? Look at all the hands. Right. We do something really special on Friday night. So if you say, well, look, I don't like the services, maybe they don't speak to you, or you've been there, you've done that, your kids went to Hebrew school, you did it all. Come on a Friday night. We're very musical. It's the 3 of us, right? You guys show up on Friday nights, right? And we have a great time. It's very mystical. Kabbalat Shabbat. We receive the Shabbat. So we discuss, we talk, we celebrate, we learn together as a family. So if you're not doing anything on a Friday night, come and just check us out. We really have a good time. And then if that's a little too out there, too hippy-dippy, hippie-ish kind of new age, come on Saturday morning. We do traditional stuff there. Okay. Number 6, overheard in your house. Reb Tuvi's adult education classes are so informative, so lively, so engaging, and filled with wonderful discussion. You can't sign up now. We're done with them. But we just finished a 5-week series. We're going to start again soon. So join us. It's on Zoom. It's a great chance to learn, opportunity to learn about Judaism. And it's discussion. It's Zoom-based. So we talk, we learn, we discuss, we argue, we yell at each other. It's terrible. Okay. Number 5. I think it's time to get out there and volunteer. I heard this specifically. Either at Temple Bethel or for social causes or for both. Where's Ken? Ken, of course, is helping out. Ken is our social justice guy. He's in charge of looking for mitzvot out there in the community. So we're always looking for volunteers to do things out there in the community because we are supposed to be a light to the nations as Jews. It's our job to, what's that 2-word phrase for healing the world? Tikkun Olam, exactly. So volunteer here at Temple Bethel. We can always use hands, whether you're a member or not. We love to just get in there, get in the kitchen, help us out, whatever, and also social causes as well. Michelle is here, and Michelle has her finger on everything that's happening around Jewishly in the area, so she can key us in as well as to things that can be done. Okay, number 4. Here's what I heard a lot. I'm going to make it a priority to honor the Shabbat by spending it at Temple Bethel with my Jewish community. Friday, okay, we already talked about that. Honor Shabbat. Don't let Shabbat go by without either Friday night and or Saturday morning. It will enhance your Judaism. Try not to let it go by without experiencing at least one of those days. Honor it with Shabbat. Okay, number 3. I'm going to do all I can to support Temple Bethel so it can continue to be a Jewish source of light throughout the Manatee, Sarasota area and beyond. In case you haven't noticed, there's not exactly a temple in every corner. There is, however, a church on every corner, including the one you're sitting in. Yes, we're trying to get another building, and that's our hope and desire. But in the meantime, they've been very good to us here. And but yeah, it's our job, be that Jewish light. Do all you can to be that light out in the Manatee, Sarasota. Don't just come to Temple Bethel. Be a Jewish light out there as well. Number 2, I'm going to do all I can to make sure I am a Jewish source of light throughout the Manatee, Sarasota area. The idea is to become a lamp lighter. You ever heard that phrase before? It's a very Jewish phrase. Because, back in the old days, they used to light those lamps. Before we had electricity, there was lamp lighters that would go around with a flame and light the street lamps. What was it for? To show the way. That's our job, is to show the way of Torah. We were gifted with Torah. So we are all lamplighters in one way or another. And then are you ready for the number 1 thing heard at your home? Oh yeah, we need a drum roll. Here it comes, the number 1 thing heard at your table or in your house almost every night. You call that a bagel? Yeah, that's the number 1. I was hoping it was going to be more spiritual, but that's what was. You call it a bagel? Come on. All right, enough. The water was cold. The water. Yeah, it ain't Brooklyn water, right? All right, here we go. Albert.
Yeah, I got this one, Rabbi.
What do you mean you got this one? You're doing this one? Oh, okay, all right. I don't know what's happening.
I have a little dreidel.
What?
I made it out of clay.
What?
And when we're dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play.
What the heck's going on here?
Oh dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
Oh yeah.
I made it out of clay.
Oh yeah.
And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play.
And now for the kids. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. It has a lovely body, oh no, so sing. And when it is all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh, everybody! It drops and then I win. My dreidel is so playful, it loves to dance and spin. A happy game of dreidel, come play now, let's begin. Oh dreidel, 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 oh dreidel, 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 come play now, let's be. Jazz hands, begin. I didn't get jazz hands over here.
I liked Albert's version.
What do you think? Albert's version was pretty cool, man.
That's what I thought we were going to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
One more time. Oh yeah.
Only one verse.
Yeah.
I have a little dreidel.
Yeah.
I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play.
Oh dreidel, 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 shall play.
I made it out of clay.
Nice, nice, nice.
And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I shall play.
Nice. Hold on, we got a flute solo happening here. Woo!
Give it up for her.
Wow. Amazing. Really amazing. Take a potato, pat, 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 roll it and make it fried in a pan with Hanukkah latkes just like that. Take a potato, roll it and make it fried in a pan with Hanukkah latkes. One more time. Take a potato, roll it and make it fried in a pan with Hanukkah latkes just like that. Solo. No, solo.
That's why I stopped.
Solo to a recipe. That was really good. So now, in case anyone didn't know, when you go home tonight, if you need a copy of the recipe, let me know. I can print this out for you. All right, time for another reading. This is a really powerful reading. This is called a Hanukkah prayer for a time of darkness, because what's interesting about Hanukkah is that it happens during one of the darkest times of the year, right? The day is the darkest. And yet, what do we have during this darkest time of the year? Light. Every night we light up, and the light gets bigger, grows more and more and more every night from 1 to 8. So let's read this together and just really soak it in. The idea of, because it's based on creation, God saw that it was good. That's how he concluded each verse of the creation story. Day 1 and day 2, God saw that it was good, and that was evening, morning, day 1. God saw that it was good, evening, morning, day 2. It's kind of based on that. Here we go. In the beginning, you made the night sky luminous with the light of the moon and the stars. You made the daytime bright and the light of the sun, and saw that it was good. Now you guys.
And you created human beings in your own image, with capacity to distinguish dark from light, with capacity to create holy sparks, see into the shadows and shine light where it was dark. And you saw that it was very good.
Creator of all and rock of ages, in the time of the Maccabees, once more you worked a miracle of light, permitting our ancestors to rededicate holy space, and it lasted 8 days and 8 nights.
Creator of all and rock of ages, in the dark of the night, the darkest time of the year, we light candles in remembrance of the miracle, one more each night until the very end.
Creator of all and rock of ages, too many lights have been extinguished. The world has grown dark. Creator of
dark, teach us once more to see into the shadows, to shed our light into all the dark corners, and to create holy sparks for all humankind, so that once more we can say, it is very good.
Nice. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Really like that. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to sing a Ladino song. Anybody know what song I'm thinking of? It's not too many Hanukkah Ladino songs that are really popular, except one that I can think of. Anyone know it? Ocho Candelicas. It's a Ladino song that's celebrated. Obviously, we sing it during the holiday of Hanukkah. It's written by a Jewish-American composer by the name of Flory Jagoda. It was written in 1983. And the song is sung in Ladino, which is an old Spanish-derived language traditionally associated with the Sephardic Jewish communities. The lyrics of the song describe a child's joy of lighting the candles on the menorah. And so underneath, because I know we're all probably fluent Hebrew speakers, but Ladino not so much, so I've got the English there for you as well. Chanukah linda está aquí, 8 candelas para mí. Chanukah linda está aquí. 8 candelas para mí. Una candelica, 2 candelicas, 3 candelicas, 4 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. Hey, you guys are doing pretty good. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, con alegrías y placer. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, con alegrías y placer. Wait a minute, I lost my place. Una candelicas, 2 candelicas, candelicas, 4 candelicas, 7 candelicas, 6 candelicas, 7 candelicas, candelas para mí. Los pastelicas voy a comer con almendricas y miel. Los pastelicas voy a comer con almendricas y miel. Una candelica, 2. 7 candelicas, 8 candelas para mí. All right. Hebrew, Ladino, English, what don't we speak in?
It was scary.
All right. Oh, question number 2. Get your thinking caps on. Put your thinking cap on. Okay. When standing in front of the menorah, what should it look like? Should it look like letter A? This is if you're standing in front of it, right? Should it be candle A or should it be candle B? Now, don't give the answer yet. We got to think about this. We got to really decipher, weigh all options. Don't give the answer yet, Paul. We're weighing all our options here. All right. Who thinks it's letter A? 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Who thinks it's letter B? Oh, yeah. Here's another sweet song. This one is a really sweet kid's song, but adults love it too. Ooh, nearly, nearly, nearly dakik, Chanukah niri adik, Chanukah niri air, Chanukah shiri ashir, Chanukah niri air, Chanukah shiri ashir. Okay, now let's sing that in English. I have a little candle, my candle burns so bright. I light my little candle on Hanukkah night. And my little candle seems to say, thank you, oh God, for this holiday. My little candle seems to say, thank you, oh God, for this holiday. Isn't that nice? It's really sweet.
Pretty.
Right? All right. What's next? Oh, another short, this is a short little video. Just gives us a little depth into the Hanukkah theme.
TorahCafe.com
Yeah, we are that Jewish flame. Candlelight flickering, children sit listening, Papa's voice whispering, telling the story of Hanukkah in the days when miracles came true. Those were the days back then. Can they come true again? Light the candles of freedom and let us all play our part, passing on the tradition. Hanukkah, share it from the heart. Oh, and let the flame last forever and feel the warmth of its glow. Light the candles of freedom, Hanukkah, like they did so long ago. Happy times, families, special friends and memories. Everyone, listen please, come hear the story of Hanukkah. Even now, miracles come true. Every child, every man, come join together and light the candles of freedom. Let us all play our part in passing on the tradition. Hanukkah, share it from the heart. Oh, and let the flame last forever and feel the warmth of its glow. Light the candles of freedom, Hanukkah, like they did so long ago. Nice, lighting the candles of freedom. So here we are. I'm going to give a short little devar, a short little talk, just a few minutes on Hanukkah. You know, first I want to tell you something, a story about a fellow who comes to a rabbi and he says, Rabbi, I don't know what to do. I have a son. I raised him as a good Jewish boy. He had a bar mitzvah. He went to Hebrew school. Everything was great. Then suddenly he went off the Jewish path and he converted to Christianity. The rabbi says, you know, it's funny. You should come to me with this problem. See, I too have a son who was raised in a good Jewish home. Shabbos, bar mitzvah, Hebrew school, and then he went off the path and converted to Christianity as well. Really, Rabbi? Says the astonished man. So what did you do?
The rabbi says, I went to go to talk to God. Really? Rabbi, what did God say? God said, it's funny. I also have a son. You know that one? Come on, that's it. But seriously, December, right? December, here we are. And it's the Hanukkah season. But let's make no mistake about it. Many people know it as the Christmas season, right? I mean, we were just at UTC Mall last night. I was there with my wife Nancy and her parents and our dog, and we hung out at the UTC Mall. And there were lights everywhere. I didn't see one dreidel. I didn't see one menorah. They were playing Christmas music, and they did play Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah. They did. It was on the loudspeaker, and they played, I Have a Little Dreidel, and they played a funk, not as good as yours, but they played a funky version of, but that was it. The other 500 songs were Christmas songs. So what is a Jewish person to do in December? It's not so easy. It's hard. It's hard. How do Jewish people deal with the holiday of Hanukkah when we're surrounded? Let's face it, we're not in Boca Raton. We're not in Mer Sharim, right? We're not in Brooklyn. We're in Bradenton. And so it's a little difficult. And the custom of giving gifts has been brought to Hanukkah, many say, in response to the Christmas tradition. Because that really wasn't the idea of Hanukkah in the beginning, to give gifts. But that became part of the tradition to sort of keep up with the Christmas time theme of gifts. Everywhere, gifts, gifts. And what's the gift that we give at Hanukkah? Gelt. Anybody know why gelt? And don't say it's because of the Jewish guilt. Gelt, not guilt. It tastes good. But wait, isn't this interesting? Hold on a second. So you've been probably handing out and receiving gelt for years. Do you know why? Isn't that interesting? So we're going to learn a little something tonight. So one of the main reasons why we give out gelt at Hanukkah is because it mimics the idea of giving tzedakah, helping people with money, with monetary issues, helping people. Because that's what we're supposed to do. That's our role as Jews. That's how we engage in the world around us. But there's a bigger question that we should be asking. Not necessarily why gelt. There's a bigger question. And the bigger question is, how do we deal with being so assimilated? Right? Because many of us, our Jewishness, we're not very Jewish. It's hard. It's hard to be Jewish in a place that's not Jewish. Anybody find a good bagel lately? Let me know. A good Jewish deli? It's hard. You have one? We'll talk. Oh, it's in Miami, thanks. Okay. But we are assimilated. Don't make no mistake about it. We are assimilated. We do partake in what we consider Greek practices. How did Abraham deal with the outside world? Well, his mission was to influence the world around him. It's interesting to note this. In the book of Genesis, and specifically in Parsha Lech Lecha, that's the Parsha where God tells Abraham, go out, I will show to a land I will show you. We read this up on the screen. ויחק אברהם את שרה אשתו ואת לוט בן אחיו ואת כל רכושים אשר רכשו ואת הנפש אשר עשו בחרן ויצאו ללכת ארצה כנען ויבואו ארצה כנען. But the underlined part, the part in yellow, says ואת הנפש אשר עשו בחרן. And Abraham took Sarah's wife and Lot, his brother's son, and all the possessions that they had acquired, and the souls that they had made in Haran. And the sages say, well, what do you mean? The souls that Abraham and Sarah made? It wasn't just Abraham and Sarah that left. It says Abraham and Sarah took Lot, their nephew, and all the souls that they made with them to this new promise that God was going to show them. What does that mean? What do you think it means? Any ideas? Future. The future? Okay, could be talking not about them specifically, the future, but I also think it was literal. I think it was the people that were there. They took Lot, because Lot wasn't a future Lot. It was Lot, their nephew, and all the souls they made. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say the people that died, they symbolically took them.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Those that came before. Kate.
Maybe the people that they had influenced.
Yeah, the people that they had influenced. Remember, they were living in a pagan culture. The story, the Midrash, says that Abraham's dad was an idol maker. So we know he didn't grow up in a place of monotheism. That's why Abraham was called the first Hebrew, because Hebrew means Ivrit. The way you say Hebrew in Hebrew is Ivrit. And Ivrit means to cross over. It crossed over, you can say the Euphrates, it crossed over from paganism to monotheism, whatever the case. The souls that they made, that they influenced in a world where they were really assimilated. They were a part of a pagan world. So being Jewish really is to teach. It's to inspire others. And what mitzvah is this known as? This mitzvah is known as Ve'ahavta l'recha chamocha. Love your neighbor as yourself. Teach your neighbor things that you know are important. Love your neighbor as yourself. Teach them the way that they should go as well. Share the beauty of Judaism with your neighbor. There's a sweet Yiddish phrase. The Yiddish phrase goes like this. It's a phrase that's used to describe Noah. It's called Tzadik im Peltz. Noah was called a Tzadik im Peltz, which means a righteous man in a fur coat. What can that mean? What can that mean? There's two sorts of righteous people in the world. The first is the person who puts on a fur coat. Why? Because it's cold. And then the second lights a fire so that not only he could stay warm, but everyone else could stay warm. So you have one person who puts on the coat to stay warm, and you have another person who lights a fire so that not only can he stay warm, but everyone else. So Noah was considered a tzaddik in peltz because he didn't really influence other people. He built the ark, and off they went. It doesn't say that he tried to help others see the error in their ways before the world was destroyed in the Noah story. Okay, so that's just an interesting side note. Have you ever heard that before? It's tzaddik im peltz? Yeah, that's how they describe Noah in Yiddish. Okay, and it's interesting to think about this. So take the holiday of Passover. We don't place a matzah in our window, do we? Anybody place a matzah in your window at Passover? If you do, you're really strange. Rosh Hashanah. Do we hang a shofar from the doorknob or something? No, of course not. Michelle probably does. However, what should we do with a Hanukkah menorah? We should place it in the window. Now, I want to be real about this. What? Well, yeah. But no, I want to be real about this and I want to recognize this fact because I've had people come up to me and say, I don't feel so safe. No, it's true. I don't feel so safe. In the crazy world we live in, I don't feel so safe advertising my Judaism. And I can't argue with them. I mean, I get it. I get it. But we put that aside and just understand the concept behind Hanukkah is that we are supposed to put the menorah in the window, to influence others so that we're not at tzaddik and peltz. We're not just keeping warm for ourselves. We're sharing with everyone that walks by our home. That's the idea here. Here's what it would look like in Israel. These are some pictures of how people do it outside. They will put them outside their door even in little glass cases. They get very creative on how they advertise it. Granted, this is in Israel. It's a lot easier to do so there. But still, I think you get the idea. Here's an interesting one. Isn't that cool? We talk about advertising it to the world. It's Hanukkah. You can't walk by that house and not know what night of Hanukkah it is. Look at this one. So, question. How do we relate to our holidays? Think about it. Passover and slavery. It's hard for us to relate to that. I mean, none of us have been enslaved, really. Not to the extent that the Israelites were under Pharaoh's rule. So of course, we have the Seder and we tell the story, but it's hard for us to relate to that. Purim and physical annihilation, it's hard for us to relate to that, although the Holocaust does help us understand a little bit of that concept for sure. but it's still hard to relate to. Hanukkah is not about slavery. Hanukkah is not about physical annihilation. It's about what? Assimilation. What? Well, it's about rebuilding, but at first it's about assimilation. I talked about this on Shabbat yesterday. Judaism versus Western civilization, at that time Hellenization. Rebbetzin Esther Younggraves, of blessed memory, she was a Holocaust survivor. She used to say that yes, we lost 6 million Jews during that time, but since the end of the Holocaust until today, we have lost more than 6 million in a spiritual manner. Jews who have kind of walked away from their faith or just don't observe it at all. So what are the lessons we can learn from this, that we can draw to help us fight against the Greek culture that we find ourselves in Bradenton and Sarasota? This is a struggle that many of us are facing today, without a doubt. The intermarriage rate today is above 70%. And regardless of who your spouse is, or who your children or your grandchildren marry, the important thing is to keep Judaism alive. So I talked about this on Shabbat. We're a Reformed congregation. We accept interfaith families all the time. We have kids in our school who are from interfaith families. And we say, if you have to have a Christmas tree in your house, fine. But also have a menorah. Keep Judaism there too. Don't leave out Judaism if you're in an interfaith relationship or a family. Keep it alive as well. In the Talmud we read, and there's a picture of the temple. In the Talmud we read that when the Greeks entered the temple in Jerusalem, they desecrated it and they defiled all the oils. And when the Maccabees overcame them and emerged victorious over them, they searched and found only one jar of oil. We know this story, right? And it was the one jar of oil that had the seal of the Kohen HaGadol, the seal of the high priest. There is an inherent contradiction, a glaring contradiction in this part of the 8-line account of the Talmudic telling of the Hanukkah story. What is the contradiction? I'm going to sound a little Chabad, if the Greeks contaminated all the oils, like it says, then how were the Maccabees able to find one jar of undefiled oil? It says they defiled all the oils. So how did they find one? This is the question. How did they find one? So I guess technically they're not all. Do you have an? Oh, so technically they did not contaminate all of them. There might be some left. So question: what percentage of the Jewish people do you think believe in God? What do you think? 50%. 20%. I dare say, hear me out, I dare say it's 100%. Hold on. Don't throw tomatoes at me quite yet. That doesn't mean we all believe with 100% of our being, but we are believers. We are the sons and daughters of believers. So there are specks of that in us, in all of us. Now, how we choose to live that out and all, that's another story, but you can't deny your descendants, your ancestors, You can't deny your ancestors. Our ancestors all the way back to Abraham and Sarah. There's always a jar of oil within us that can never become defiled. There's always that little jar of oil that can never become defiled. One must search for it to find that lone miraculous jar. And because that jar of oil is undefiled, no matter how assimilated we find ourselves living in Bradenton, Sarasota, no matter how many times we go to UTC and I hear Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Judaism should always be flowing throughout our home. So find that jar of oil that can never become defiled. Search for that miraculous jar. And then when you find that one undefiled jar of oil that they found way back then in the Hanukkah story, find it within you. When you find it, let your light shine. Remember, don't ever, ever, ever let the light go out. Light one candle for the Maccabee children, with thanks that their love didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demand. But light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. And light one candle for those who are suffering the pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in, let anger not tear us apart. And light one candle to bind us together with peace as the strong in our hearts. Don't let the light go out, everyone, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. What is the memory that's valued so highly that we keep alive in that flame? Let me hear everybody. What's the commitment to those who have died that we cry out they've not died in vain? We have come this far, always believing that sinners would somehow prevail. This is the burden, this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. Don't let everybody light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our... Now just you guys, ready? Don't let the light go out. You guys sound great. Keep it going, one more time. Oh yeah. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out, don't let the light go out, don't let the light go out.
Yeah.
Hag Sameach, happy Hanukkah to one and all. Thank you all for coming. Come on back Friday night, Saturday. Let's sing, let's celebrate Shabbat.
And thanks, everyone.
All right, Hag Sameach, happy Hanukkah, everyone.
Happy Hanukkah.